post a lot of depth and could try out some very creative lineups tonight.
Yeah, and it's whatever it takes to break the other team. It's about playing chess out there, and so there's going to be a lot of different moves. I can't wait to see what the coaches pull out.
Yeah, the adjustment's a fascinating part of the NBA. Here are the five for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the one spot.
And how about that find by Leonard to a wide-open shooter? He's only getting better at seeing those gaps.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Morant. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Leonard against Brooks. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Nice finish for Leonard. Plays the game with such precision. Rarely misses that easy.
Bane kicks to Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Now here's Morant, and he banks in the layup.
Closer in, look, let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Here's Morris. Shot clock at 5. George, that's a two-pointer. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. And they're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Grizzlies have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Bane. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Outside, George. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Outside, George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Morant against Jackson. Out to Brooks, who's back up. And it's off the back rim, no good. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Leonard attacking.
Getting a step on the defense there. Once Leonard has this, you know he's going to capitalize.
Bane looking around to the paint. It's stolen by Morris. Jackson down low, guarded by Morant. Here's Leonard, and the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got 6 points.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
George against Bane to the middle. Jackson kicks to Morant. 5 on the clock. Outside, Bane. Zubac with it. He's picked up by Morant. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got his second bucket.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
From deep three-point range, the shot comes out, so the Clippers will take it the other way. Outside, Leonard. And the pass to George. Back to Leonard. And there's the drive. And finished off by Leonard.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Now, here's Bain. Here's the lob to Adams. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And ball goes up and Adams comes down. The anticipation skills, knows where to be to finish that play.
Outside, George. Going inside, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line. And George drops them both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Now, Bain. To the inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
The strong finish from Jackson Jr. He goes up with power inside the paint.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers. The Grizzlies trail by 6, and since coming into the league, Desmond Bain, Richard, has quickly established himself as a knockdown three-point shooter.
Yeah, his accuracy and efficiency from out there is incredible. The spacing he provides is why he's a key part of this team.
In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the 3. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now, here's George. Clock at 6. Morris passes to Leonard. Now, Zubac. A reverse, and he sinks the layup. Zubac has got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Back to Bain. Latrey. Offensive rebound, and it's Adams on the follow.
You have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Jackson against Morant. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Down low. It's stolen by Adams. It's Jackson atop the key. Back to Brooks. And a wide open look for Bain. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Leonard the pass to George. Now, here is Morris. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant. Now, here's Bain. Inside. Morant outside. Shot is good when the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Bain.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's George. A 3 from Leonard. The rebound by Steven Adams. The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far. But Memphis, these boys will outwork you. And in some ways, it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
Here's Jackson. Following the basket by John Morant. Jackson kicks to Leonard. From deep, George. It's rebounded by Memphis. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total shape. Good luck trying to stop him now.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And you can see the strength that Jackson has added to that huge frame. He is turning into a monster.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Memphis. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me. You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
1:14 left in the first half of the game. Bain passes to Jackson.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Such a wide open look. Morris has got 7 points.
And some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by Memphis.
Bain against George. From past the arc. It's held in by Zubats.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Back to George. Lets it go from deep. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Passes it to Zubats. Stolen by Brooks. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Morant against Jackson. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything.
The previous play is under review.
Technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the first one at the line is good.
And we talk a lot about Morant's athleticism and skill, but what stands out for me is his effort and intensity that he plays with.
12 seconds left now here in the second. Jackson kicks to George. 2 on the clock. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even bet. The Clippers, 21. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Albert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the small forward position. Here is Wall. And he uses the glass on the lane. Wall's got his first points of the game.
Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Like how Wall attacks and looks to score when the opportunity presents itself.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Concha. Takes a 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Right side, Wall. Here's Mann. Drives to the hoop. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
All with it. Guarded now by Clark. Pass to Mann. It's Covington on the wing. There's the pass to Mann. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Memphis leading by 3. Conchar, the pass to Clark. Green kicks to Jones. Back to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Clark, a screen on Batum. Green finds Clark. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
And how about the impact that Green has on his teammates?
He's been doing it for over a dozen years. A three-point specialist and a starter for the majority of his career. Great veteran presence for them to have in the locker room.
What a great finish there from Wall. It's clear he doesn't fear anyone when he's looking to score.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
It's stolen by Wall. Here's Mann. Batum inside. For the tie. Wall dishes to Covington. And it's all evened up.
All-out effort all the time. Covington was undrafted, and he's worked his way into NBA minutes.
Now here's Jones. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Conchar. He feeds it to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And Wallace slams it home.
You can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
Here's Conchar. Here's Clark. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Clark's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Wall, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Richard, you were part of a Cavs team that came back from 3 games to 1 down in the NBA Finals to win the title. Remarkable. Just how hard was that to do?
Well, let me say this. I think it was the greatest championship ever. And I'm not being biased. Those are the facts. They were the defending champion. They had the 2-time MVP. They won 73 wins that year. So for me, that was the most special comeback because we played in the greatest championship of all time.
I'm assuming there was no doubt in your mind at all you would come back, correct?
That's a lie. There was tons of doubt in my mind, but I will say this. When you have a group of guys that stay together when you're down 3-1, it's because you believe in each other and we believe in ourselves.
Here's Jones following the basket by Nicholas Batum. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Pass to Mann. It's Powell on the wing. Clippers moving the ball around. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The Wily veteran Batum is so good at positioning himself to get the shot, the foul, or both.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum. The Grizzlies trail by 4. 32 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Over in the corner, Williams. Outside, Green. Pass to Conchar. Just 5 to shoot. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
At times, Wall can be so explosive here, playing downhill, and then just sails over the defense for the dunk.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Clippers leading by 6. We've got Williams. He's out there with Green. Tyus Jones out there with Clark. And it's Conchar in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. So Memphis ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
On defense, the Grizzlies. Back to Jackson. Pass to Zubac. 2 on the clock. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Zubac has got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. George against Payne. To the middle. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. And great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Morris passes to Jackson. Morris with the ball. And George kicks to Morris. Here's Jackson. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Payne passes to Brooks. Jackson dishes to Adams. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Jackson kicks to Morris. Here's George. Out to Morris. And here's Leonard from 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And the reflexes are just key. Kawhi is already anticipating that shot before he even gets the ball.
Jackson finds Payne. Outside, George. Back to Leonard. The pass to George. Fires from the wing. That shot misses. And it's Memphis the other way. Brooks, the pass to Payne. Out to Morant. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks. I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
A pull-up. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles. Outside, Payne. Leonard with the steal. Jackson in the corner. Offline with his 3. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And it's Morant missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And they'll get another chance. Here's George. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Payne drives in. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. No good on that one.
At the line for the Grizzlies, taking 2 shots.
He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them to within 10.
a disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Jackson finds George. Outside Leonard. Shoots the three. And again, no good by the Clippers. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Out to Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, following only 3 points.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Clippers.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire, and really put the hammer down.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
From deep, George. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. And the Clippers lead by 11.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Jacks up a three. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Morris has got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
And we're in for a fast-paced game today, it seems. These teams like to get out on the break and run as much as possible, Grant.
Hey, BA, get your popcorn. There'll be a lot of speed out there, almost a track meet. Believe that. Yeah, you see each side has a great deal of speed. Both teams will be looking to play to their strength and get easy buckets in transition.
And to look at Minnesota's opening lineup, Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards, and it's McDaniels in at the 3. Now here's Jackson. He's off on the layup. It's Edwards on the wing, hounded by Morant. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Russell to pass to McDaniels. And it's flushed down. A nice jam. And Towns' three-pointer is elite, but some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Here's Towns, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
It seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove that doubters wrong. There's something that has really brought this group together.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Prince is checked in. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, BA. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Now here's Edwards. To the left wing. Here's Prince. Brooks defending. The 3 from Russell. Brooks with the rebound.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Jackson on the wing. It's tipped. Edwards with it. Guarded by Morant. And a foul call. Looks like he had a clear path to the basket. They'll get 1 free throw and they'll keep possession here.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty. Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, BA, think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
Towns for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And then Morant with the dunk.
This guy is exciting to watch. Morant gets up and dunks it.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Towns. Oh, and Jackson with the block. They get it back. Prince with the bucket.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Memphis trailing here. Edwards comes with a double team. Here's Morant. Jackson on the wing. Back to Morant. Jackson on the wing. And the dunk by Jackson.
He's a smooth athlete. Even on a straight dunk, you can see Jaren's ease of movement in the air.
Here's Edwards. The layup off target. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Bain, the pass to Morant. Brooks outside. Bain against Russell. Jackson for 3. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Adams finds Jackson. Clock at 6. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And some will remember that Desmond Bain was the last pick in the first round in the 2020 draft, which is something he has used as motivation over the years.
You know, it's clear now that teams are kicking themselves for not picking Bain earlier in the draft, Smitty.
B.A., the reason why he's proven that he can be a huge part of the rotation. A lights-out three-point shooter and rugged defender. A player any team would love to have.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
The Grizzlies on offense. It's a three-point game. Moran against Russell. Outside for Moran. Outside Bain. Shot clock at 6. Launches a 3. Kept alive. Adams. Second shot opportunity. Good D by Gobert.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Knocked loose. Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. Here's the 3. Here's Gobert. And the jam by Gobert.
You see how seriously Gobert takes rebounding, just getting after it. Great activity.
Morant with it. Left side Bain. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 5. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Bain, the pass to Jackson. Good D by Gobert.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
Brooks outside. Pass to Bain. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
A skilled shooter like Desmond Bain also loves playing inside.
You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
The NBA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
And he banks in the layup. Bain's got 5.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. Now Morant. Pass to Bain. And here's Jackson. 6 to shoot. Bain, the pass to Jackson. And that one is hammered home.
The young fella usually goes about his business, but on that play, it was a highlight reel from Jaren Jackson.
To the paint. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Russell. He's got 6.
Great job setting him up. The timing of the pass was key.
Outside Bain, 3-pointer, gets the 3 ball to go. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
He efficient from range, Desmond came into the league with a sharp three-point shot.
To the wing, right side. Back to Russell. Pass to Edwards. And anytime a player is asked about pressure, they'll say, I don't feel it. Smitty, I don't believe it.
No, you shouldn't be. I think what they're doing is, obviously, you don't want to show weakness. And it's about different players, how they manage it. And I think some players do a better job than others.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Outside Payne. Jackson the screen. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Russell against Morant. Outside Payne. Morant against Russell. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
I like when Ja forces the issue, especially in close where he's fearless.
And Morant drops them both.
In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Outside for Russell. The 3 is up. A rebound by Jackson.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Payne, the pass to Adams. Back to Payne. Jackson, the screen on Towns. The crossover. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
We've watched Jaren Jackson struggle with early career injuries, but despite the setbacks, he's continued to grow and become a stronger player.
And so Jackson nails both of them. There's 49 seconds left in the second. The Timberwolves trail. And here's Russell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him.
Hard to stop Gobert on the dunk. His length gives him a clear path to the rim.
Here's Payne. He's got 11. Fires the 3. Towns with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Steps back. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Outside Edwards. To the inside. Here's Towns. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Steven Adams.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
And so Towns nails them both. Now here's Morant. Desmond Bane getting it done for Memphis. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Back after this. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Desmond Bane.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
They've got Danny Green. John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Williams in at the 4. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins.
If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. McDaniels checked in on the wing. Noel takes it inside for the lead. The shot misses. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
BA, no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
And Kyle Anderson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Oh, Clark with the slam.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
Down low, Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Here's Conchar. Well, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Green. 5 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. The kick out to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. And it's Green missing. The Timberwolves shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Anderson with it, and Clark picks him up defensively. Pass to Noel. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Outside, Anderson, driving in, and he hits it to tie the game.
On the drive, Anderson won't blow by you, but he'll find a way to get his shot.
Outside, Jones. Outside, Green. Pass to Conchar. From deep three-point range. And they get it back. Jones, the pass to Williams. Jones in the post. Here's Conchar. Three-pointer, no good. For Minnesota, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Noel, outside McDaniels. A slam dunk by Reed.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Here's Conchar. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Williams, and Williams punches it home.
You see his length, the explosion, making sure of that one.
Inside, here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Outside Jones. Pass to Williams. Outside Jones. Here's Conchar on the wing. Green. Off target from three-point range. Here's McLaughlin. Here's Noel. No good on the three. Memphis has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. 54 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Here's Jones. Rebound Minnesota. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's McDaniels. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Tries the spin move. Back to Jones. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
A big group substitution here for Memphis. Adams checked in for Clark. Jackson comes in for Williams. Dylan Brooks checked in for Green. And it's Bain in for Conchar. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Anderson. Edwards, he's checked in for Noel. And Russell is subbed in for McLaughlin. Adams Towns finds Bain. The three is up. No good on the shot. And we've reached the end of the third. The T-Wolves on top. Up 4. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 slot. Here's Gobert. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
Moran against Russell. Pass to Bain. Outside for Moran. 3-pointer. Bain, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Edwards against Bain. The whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Moran against Russell. And then Moran with the dunk.
A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. Ja Morant on the attack.
Minnesota in the lead. Russell with the ball. He's picked up by Adams. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Morant, the pass to Bain. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Adams. Jackson finds Adams. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Morant. It's blocked by Gobert.
What timing from Rudy. He is superb at measuring when to go after blocks.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Bain against Edwards. Jackson with a screen on Edwards. To the middle. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And they're on the run. Ahead. Here's Russell. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Whether it's on the ball or off, Jaren Jackson has shown great awareness and timing as a shot blocker.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Pass to Towns.
I mean, as a defender, Jaren Jackson, he has it all. Quick to the ball, provides great rim protection, and he never gives up on plays.
Bain, pass to Jackson. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Outside McDaniels. Takes a 3. Outside for Russell. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Russell finds McDaniels. Now here's Towns. Clock at 4. With the drive. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And yeah, this is what you like to see from Towns. Using his size and strength to make things happen.
For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. From deep, Bain. And another miss by Memphis.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Over to the wing. Towns passes to Edwards. Towns a screen on Bain. Back to Towns. Outside Russell. 6 to shoot. Goes up on the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Brooks the pass to Jackson. Left side Bain. stop the drought. And the layup is good.
What a dangerous player to have in the backcourt. When Bane gets this hot, he will tear a defense apart.
Edwards with it, guarded by Morant. Gobert with a screen on Morant. Pass to Towns. Lets the three fly. Brooks with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Money.
Tremendous effort from John Morant, letting his team know they can rely on him.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on. This is why he has the ball. John Morant, he loves to deliver in these moments.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he's unable to get the second one.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Absolutely. They're within striking distance, but they have to make pretty much every shot.
Out the left there in the Skip City right now, getting hot at the perfect time.
They're so close now. They gotta keep their foot on the gas pedal.
Left side, Morant. Oh, off target.
At the stripe, John Morant isn't flawless, but he does seem to thrive under pressure.
Ooh, knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're losing by 1. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what do you think?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge, asking for a review. This could be a big call.
People were worried that this would slow the action. Previous players calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant, the ruling on the floor is confirmed. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead. Timeout call, Memphis. They're trailing by 1. 8 seconds left in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brooks.
Oh my goodness, he's kicking himself. You know, that's a critical time to commit a turnover. No telling how the error will ultimately play out.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. From outside the arc. So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown.
On 2K Sports. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Outside, Edwards. Prince wide open. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. Took a shot for the team in that situation.
Russell dishes to Gobert. Kicks it out to Prince. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam.
Heads up basketball, plain and simple, guys.
Edwards passes to Russell. 5 to shoot. And the 3 off target.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit to battle through and maintain his greatness. Tells you something about his competitive will.
Prince's shot is good.
Boy, nice strong finish that time by Taurean Prince.
Jackson looking around. Down low. Morris kicks to George. 3-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Morris.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here. Outside Russell. Gobert the pass to Towns. And the layup falls.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
Jackson passes to George. The shot's good. And that's now 6 points for George.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Jackson against Russell. Jackson dishes to George. Shot is good off the back rim and in. George has got 8.
George making nice use of the mid-range look right there. Really good at creating space for that shot.
Prince against Leonard. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
A 3 from George. The Clippers keep it alive. Leonard on the wing. This one for 3. That one, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. 1:32 left in the first.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
Jackson with it. Outside, George. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot. A 3 from Morris. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Prince kicks to Russell. Here's Towns. Here's Gobert. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Russell inside, guarded by Jackson. They get it back, out to Edwards. Prince against Leonard, down to 5 on the shot clock. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Jackson passes to George. Here he goes, and he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 10.
George can be so deadly on the drive. He's got great quickness. He sees an opening and takes it right away.
Here's Russell. Makes it off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward. George double team, and the wide open shot for Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George. Morris has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Clippers. Russell passes to Gobert and finished off by Gobert.
Terrific read on the part of Russell that time. Scanned the court, spotting the open man, and then whipped it there for an easy bucket.
D'Angelo Russell, the second overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his second season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
Edwards kicks to Towns. A three-pointer off the mark. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They trail by one. Here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Greg, you look at a player putting up big numbers on a losing team. How do you determine if those are quality numbers, so to speak?
You know, Kevin, it's a great question because somebody's going to put up points or collect rebounds or get assists. So, you know, you look at efficiency, you look at effort, and there's no doubt that you can have winning players on losing teams.
Edwards passes to Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Towns has got the lead up to 2 now for the Timberwolves.
When you talk about guys that can score from all three levels, I think Big Cat is right at the top of that list, especially if you condense it to just big guys. He can do it facing up or with his back to the goal. And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Russell feeling it out a bit. Towns finds Gobert. Back to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, easy does it, Towns is saying to himself. Forget about the threes right now. I'm going to go with the flush.
Pass to George. Outside Leonard. Out to Morris. Three-pointer. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. It's Prince on the wing. To the paint. The 8-footer. Gobert can't hit. Clippers trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. From deep, George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Towns dishes to Russell. Back to Towns. Stolen by Zubac. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Russell. And here's Morris for 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
That's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
And he nails the third. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now the pass to Towns. Out to Russell. Back to Towns. Prince against Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. Prince, the pass to Towns. Misses the 3. The Clippers trail. And now the Clippers on the break. Zubac finds George. And here's Jackson. Edwards defending. Here's Leonard. And it's jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Edwards passes to Russell. Feeds to Gobert. Shoots over Zubac. Russell kicks to Towns. Goes up again. Kicks it out to Prince. Missed it. Even after all those chances. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Outside for George. Pass to Zubac. George against Edwards. George with the bucket. Now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
When George starts to heat up like that, it elevates his whole team. They're loving the scoring right now.
And here's Prince outside. No good that time. And a close game so far through the... I thank you, David. Folks,
Your Clippers, 23. The Timberwolves, 20.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for SuperLu. Here's McLaughlin to the inside. Reed, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Outside, Wall. Rebound, Minnesota. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Noel passes to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. Guarded by Powell. McLaughlin, no good. The Clippers in the lead. Powell dishes to Covington. Back to Powell. He feeds it to Batum. Passes it to Mann. It's Covington on the wing. Banked in off the glass. Covington's got his first points in this one.
Oh, Covington really is fantastic at getting his arms high in the air when he's attempting a shot inside. Really gives the defense no chance to catch up to it or get to it.
Nick Daniels up top. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. For the tie. Noel, no good. Clippers leading by 3. Covington kicks to Powell. Back to Covington. Reed with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
The Clippers have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
McLaughlin, the pass to Reed.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
Now, I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Takes it out to Covington. And he's good on the three ball. Covington's got 5.
And that's really good use of the catch and shoot. Outstanding by Covington. He's a quick decision maker, and he usually makes his decision as the pass is being thrown to him as to what kind of shot he's going to get off.
Covington against Anderson. To the wing on the left. Here's McDaniels. And no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. The Clippers have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
You know, Covington's ability to space the floor and his length at the defensive end is something every team is looking for. He is the prototypical 3-and-D player in my mind.
Now here's Wall. Defense is right there. Outside Covington. To the left wing. Man. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Covington is always looking to shoot the ball. I mean, which in turn forces defenders to get extra aggressive with him when he's going up with the shot.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's McLaughlin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Robert Covington picks one up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. He's much better off making him go to the line.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Powell dishes to Covington. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And it's Anderson with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 4-point game. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Pass to man. Outside Covington. The pass to Pop. Just 5 on the clock. And there it is for him.
He does not lack for confidence. And he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Timberwolves trail by 4. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And Wall kicks to Powell. Back to Wall. Here's Covington, and it goes down 2 points. Covington's got 9 points here in the second half.
You know, John Wall is not just a dynamic scorer. He is outstanding at sharing the ball with his open teammates.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Clippers ahead. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Timberwolves trail by 4. So on the floor for Minnesota. 2 big men inside. Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's stolen by Edwards. There's the feed to Towns. Stolen by Zubac. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. No good from outside. The Timberwolves shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Here's Edwards. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunkers, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Clippers moving the ball around. Jackson finds Leonard. From downtown, Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Prince the pass to Towns. Prince dishes to Gobert. Outside Jackson. The 17-footer. Tries again. A three from Morris. Hits the three-point bomb. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
Jackson kicks to George. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. Dishes it to Leonard. Right side George. Clock at 4. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Oh, George has become such an assertive and confident player. He knows exactly when he's in position to get that catch and shoot off.
Offensive rebound, and slam dunk by Gobert. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Outside, Towns. Out to Edwards from outside the arc. Oh, they get it back. And he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Russell lays it in without an inch of room around him. Now just a 3-point Clipper lead.
Big score at this point in the game, folks. D'Angelo can't do it any better than that.
A three from Morris. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Prince with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Prince kicks to Russell. The kick out to Towns. Feeds to Edwards. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Reggie Jackson.
The team counts so much on Edwards for an awful lot. Going to the well again here.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Thanks to Jackson. George, that's a 2-pointer. That one off the back iron and out.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Russell passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
It's Gobert showing some guts on that one. With that length, a good bet to get off a good look in that crucial moment.
Out to Morris. 56 seconds left in the game. Jackson dishes to Morris. Back to Jackson. The three from George. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes. But in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Now, here is Russell. Outside Edwards. The kick out to Towns. Back to Edwards. To the middle. It's Edwards on the wing. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Leonard looking over the floor. Morris, left side. They need this one. And the Timberwolves call time here. Seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Edwards.
And he is built to be the man for this team. That was answering the bell and executing.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 2. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
I think this comes down to whether they want to go for 3 to win it or send it to overtime with a 2. I think either way, it's going to happen off the inbound pass, and they need to get a good shot, 2 or 3.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
And here were the Memphis Grizzlies, focused on the task at hand as they came into the arena earlier. So the Clippers win the tip. The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Morris. It's George on the wing. The rebound by Jackson.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty. Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
And it's Morant missing. Leonard outside. There's the drive and the dunk by Leonard.
Boy, what is more fear-invoking than Kawhi off the bounce near the cup? Look out.
We know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor doors.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a 3-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
George outside. 4-3, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. Leonard's got 5 now.
No hesitation from Kawhi right there. The ball is delivered. He's ready to shoot it.
Out to the right wing. Brooks outside. Jackson, the pass to Brooks. And here's Adams. 5 to shoot. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
There is a persistence about Steven Adams. Quality defense will not deter this guy if he wants to score. Nice finish.
Jackson, the pass to Morris. Kicks it to George. The 3, and that comes off the assist by Morris.
Now, Paul George has been exceptionally consistent from three-point territory. That fluid shooting motion is something else.
Jackson against Morant. Brooks left side. There's the 3. The rebound by Jackson. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Leonard finds Morris. Here's Zubats. Jackson down low. Guarded by Bane. Back to Jackson. Out to the wing. Wing shot on the way. That one no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament. Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Ooh, Morris with a steal. And here's the fast break. Jackson, the pass to Zubac. George outside. The three. They get it back. Jackson left side. Oh, stolen by Morant. Jackson, the pass to Brooks. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I mean, during his first playoffs, Dillon Brooks proved he was a big game player, pouring in 31 in his playoff debut, an upset win over Utah.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. You know, talking about Dillon Brooks, also great in those first ever play-in games, Greg.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, the Grizzlies making the playoffs, winning 2 games. Brooks was outstanding in a win at Golden State, locking down the Warriors on the perimeter.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Outside Morant. Outside Bain. Back to Morant. Shot clock at 6.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
And he can't get the first one.
Shooting for Memphis.
Good on the second one. 1 minute left to play in the first. Crosses over, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Dillon Brooks.
I think fans can appreciate Kawhi's understated and quiet personality because between the lines there's a level of focus and competitive spirit and most importantly productivity that you can really appreciate.
Now here's Morant. 43 seconds left to play in the first. Outside Bain. Jackson against Morris. 4 on the clock. Here's Bain. Rejected by George.
Well, this is what makes Paul George special. Elite two-way plays, and that send-it-back block sends a message to the offense. I'm here tonight, folks.
Jackson against Zubac. Leonard for 3. Sinks the tray. Leonard's got 10 points.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Back to Adams. From downtown. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play. This one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
So on the floor from Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the 1. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Morant. Driving inside. The Clippers grab the miss. Morris has got 4 rebounds in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bain. That's his first foul of the game. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Leonard outside. Jackson, the pass to George. Takes the 3. You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, B.A., when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. And you think about it, through the years, Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State, it really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
Leonard finds Morris. Now here's George. Jackson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Ja Morant.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys. That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Leonard passes to Morris. Back to Leonard. The kick out to Morris. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the long J. Morris has got 5 now.
Well, as a great scorer, you still have to be willing to balance it with finding your teammates. Kawhi Leonard puts the ball where it needs to be.
Now here's Morant. On the take. And then Morant with the jam.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Jackson against Morant. Out to Leonard. Pass to Morris. Back to Leonard. Jacks up at 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
And so here are the Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Jackson, pass to George. Morant against Jackson. Leonard outside. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Jackson against Morris. Jackson, pass to Adams. Now here's Morant. 5 points in the game.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And the free throw, no good.
Reggie Jackson, one of those guys who does a little bit of everything. Can score it, can be a setup guy, can play the 1, can play the 2. You love his versatility.
Now here's Jackson. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's George. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Paul George is a difficult defensive assignment precisely for this reason. He's going to force you into contact.
George hits them both. And here are the Grizzlies now. A 12-point game. Outside Morant. Pass to Bane. Launches it. No good. And Los Angeles the other way now. Kicks it out to Jackson. Leonard outside. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Grizzlies have gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. The drive by Bane. Rebound by the Clippers. And he drives in. George passes to Leonard. Morris outside. Now Leonard kicks it to George. Just 5 to shoot. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And then Morant with the dunk.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
Kicks it to George. It'll count. And so it's Los Angeles earning this. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon.
The Grizzlies, 12.
You could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Robert Covington is out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Batum in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. It's good. Wall's got his first points of the game.
Well, sometimes defense can be your best offense. Wall with the pressure got them going.
Pass to Conchar. Fires the 3. The rebound by Mann. And for the Clippers, they're shooting 41% in this game. Back to Wall. Here's Mann. The kick out to Wall. Here's Mann, defended by Jones. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Wall. To the inside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Grizzlies shooting just 24% in this one. Not great. Jones, the pass to Williams. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. There's the triple. Clark. Ooh, tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Powell outside. Back to Mann. Covington inside. Fires from the wing. No good. A bit long that time.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
And they're pushing it up. Here's Batum. Up to Powell. Pass to Covington. Back to Powell. Clock at 6. On the wing man. Outside Covington. On the arc. That's tipped to the paint. Here's Batum. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Clippers lead by 14. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Conchar. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Now here's Covington. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Lets it go from deep. Clippers keep it alive. Pass to Mann. Now here's Covington. Counted from distance.
You have to be prepared to catch and shoot in all circumstances if you're Robert Covington, and he was ready to rise and fire.
Here's Jones. Trying to get back on track. Williams misses. 1:49 left to play in the third quarter here. Back to Mann. Lets it go from the wing. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
Out left to the wing. Jones, the pass to Williams. Clark with it. Guarded by Batum. Outside Jones. Pass to Conchar. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Boy, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave him wide open.
The 3, Covington. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Covington has made himself a viable and legitimate three-point shooter. How about that one?
Jones with the ball. Guarded by Covington. On the wing, Conchar. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Oh, got that one up quick. Powell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Out of bounds, it'll be Memphis' ball. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Jones driving to the basket. Great positioning on the putback.
I love the relentless attitude he showed there. Got himself in great position under the glass.
He had the presence of mind to know exactly where the rebound was going. Wall, the pass to Covington. Fires from deep. Conchar pulls it in. That'll count. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Los Angeles. They're feeling great. A 21. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Well, Los Angeles shooting about 43% in this one. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Brooks in at the three. Now here's Wall. For three, Powell. And Morant clears the board. Brooks outside. Jackson outside. Morant with it. Back to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. And Morant with the basket on the assist from Jackson.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Wall finds Powell. Covington, a screen on Bain. Pass to Covington. The three ball. He buries it from three. Covington's got 9 points here in the second half.
Okay, Mr. Covington, we see the range on that jumper. That is beautiful.
The three from Bain. The shot won't fall. And Los Angeles the other way now. Inside. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. Bain's gotten himself on the board with a three there. And here's Wall. Into the lane. Powell outside. On the wing man. Ooh, a clear look for Powell. And that one hits the back iron. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. The three from Bain. Rebound by the Clippers. Batum's got 4 rebounds now. Back to Wall. Lays out. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Jackson, pass to Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Let's go with a three. Drains the triple.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Batum against Adams. Stolen by Jackson. Now here's Brooks. Defense right on it.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Jackson, the pass to George. Morant against Jackson. Pass to Morris. Shoots over Jackson. Here's Zubac. Second chance shot. They grab their own miss. They shoot again. That one's wide left.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Jackson for three. Buries it from three. Jackson's got 6 points in the quarter.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Pass to Leonard. From behind the arc. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Brooks. The three. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
An active finisher around the basket. Jackson showed great timing on the putback. Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Clippers.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Kawhi Leonard.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Now here's Morris. Zubac's high post. Adams is there. Back to Morris. Jackson outside. Shot clock at 6. George passes to Zubac. Fades. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Bain. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
At the line for the Grizzlies, Desmond Bain.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Leonard for 3. No good there. So it's the Clippers taking the W in a close. All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce.
The starting lineup for the visiting Memphis.
And tonight, two high-powered offenses. Smitty, how do you expect this game to play out?
It's going to be high-scoring, BA, but you love to see one of these teams step up and get key stops. But more than likely, it's going to come down to who has the ball last.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the 5.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
Edwards, a pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
This is why Gobert shoots a high percentage. He understands how to carve out room inside and finish.
Now here's Bain. And here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Russell to the wing on the left. Here's Towns. This one for 3. The shot by Russell, no good. Memphis with the ball. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
Pass to Edwards. Down low. Outside for Russell. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
The aggressive move by Russell. He's got the deep bag of tricks. So tough to stop.
Now Morant. On the wing, Bain. Fires for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Brent, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the score by Minnesota. The 3 from Bain. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Crafty move. And Edwards slams it in.
He makes the D look silly. What an incredible move.
Man, how about that finish right there? Not too bad. Now here's Morant. Back to Bain. Outside for Moran.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
With the crossover. The shot no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Outside Russell. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Morant with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. There's Jackson with the three. Rebound Minnesota. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Now here's Edwards. Russell, the pass to Towns. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Pass to Moran. Shot to stop the run. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Here's Edwards. The Grizzlies making their last shot. And here's Bain. Going inside, and he dunks it down.
The range on Desmond Bain's stroke opens up a lot of driving avenues.
36 seconds left in the opening quarter. Stolen by Jackson. Brooks with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Here's Bain. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Bain's got 7.
This is what I like about Ja Morant. He stays open to all options. Right there finds the open man.
And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Bain, the pass to Morant. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. He misses the free throw.
You know, some of Ja Morant's sequences remind you of a young Derrick Rose. He's that explosive.
And he can't make the second free throw either. Missed them both. 4 seconds left. The shot by Russell, no good.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, you have to love their activity level at the defensive end, racking up those steals.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. It's McDaniels on the wing. Pass to Gobert. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Edwards. And the layup is good off the glass.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
Here's Bain. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
You see the impressive leaping ability. Bain getting off the ground with ease.
Russell, the pass to Towns. The rebound by Jackson.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
To the middle. That shot is off. McDaniels with some nice D. The Timberwolves trail. Right wing. Here's Towns. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
He's off on the second. And when you're trying to slow down a top scorer, often the game plan is to get physical. Grant, you would know better than anybody. What's it like in the trenches here?
Well, BA, it's interesting. I mean, it can wear on you. It's a mental challenge. When you're in the trenches trying to slow down a great offensive player, it really becomes a battle of wills. You have to stay focused. You have to be disciplined. And most importantly, you just cannot take a play off and allow a great player to get going.
And now the T-Wolves on the break. And there's Russell on the assist by Edwards. And now a three-point Minnesota lead.
Woo-hoo, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Outside Morant, pass to Jackson. And another miss by Memphis. For Minnesota, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Now Gobert. To the right side. Towns against Jackson. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
And that one falls for Towns. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Morant. To end the run. And then Morant with the dunk.
You love to see that kind of elevation from your point guard. John Morant's a reliable finisher.
Russell to pass to Edwards. Left side McDaniels. Over to the left wing. Towns with the ball. 6 to shoot. It's McDaniels on the wing. Gobert inside. Adams is there. Misses the one-handed jam. Pass to Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. And here's Bain. Guarded by Russell. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's foul number 2 for him.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, BA.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Inside. Here's Gobert. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Coming off his 3rd All-Star performance, it's easy to say Rudy Gobert is one of the best centers in the league.
And Smitty, no question, Gobert, one of the best bigs we have in the league right now.
You're right, B.A. The reason why 3 consecutive All-Star appearances. He's led the league in field goal percentage multiple times, and he's a block machine.
Bain, rebounded by the Timberwolves. 58 seconds left in the first half of this game. Russell to pass to Towns. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Towns has got 8 points.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
Outside Bain. Outside for Brooks. Back to Bain. Over Edwards. Bain, no good. Minnesota in the lead. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Towns finds Edwards. Back to Towns. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And it is so tough to disrupt Towns' shot. I mean, when he shoots, he's so disciplined and locked in. Oh, so impressive.
And so Towns nails them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Morant against Russell. Outside Morant. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns.
The Grizzlies, 19.
we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. They've got John Conchar. Also Tyus Jones out there. Brandon Clark out there with Green. And it's Williams in at power forward. To the paint. Here's Anderson. Ooh, good finish at the rack off a slick feed. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
Working off contact is something Anderson does extremely well, and he does it a lot.
Jones finds Williams. Back to Jones. 16 feet out. He can't hit that time. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Reed. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And now a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Pulls up on the wing. Conchar, good.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Pass to Reed. And he drops it in from the low post.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Oh, Clark with the slam.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. Pass to Noel. Kicks it out to Anderson. Here's Prince. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Anderson can't get it to go. The Grizzlies have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. And Williams punches it home.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Pass to McLaughlin. On the wing, Noel. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Reed. And yep, it's good. Reed's got 6.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Back to Jones. Williams with it. Guarded now by Anderson. On the wing, Conchar. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
To the inside, and stolen by Clark. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Oh, he picked him clean. Anderson against Williams. Pass to Prince. Williams grabs the board. The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Jones finds Williams. Here's Conchar. The kick out to Williams. Wide open look. And the jumper falls for him.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Kicks it out to Anderson. Prince down low. Green covering. Here's Reed. And it's blocked by Clark. And he gets it back. Reed, good. 35 seconds left in the third. Pass to Jones. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves.
Substitution on the court.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter here.
A precision pass from a long way out.
Man, the pass, how about the catch right there? Wow, nice teamwork. Here's Edwards. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Back to Daniels. And stolen by Clark. Outside, Williams. Here's Conchar. And so it's Minnesota up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's mostly... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
First team foul.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the point. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Memphis trailing here. Bain finds Brooks. Bain with it. Pass to Moran. And stolen by Edwards. Here's Gobert. Adams covering. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
A former #1 pick, Towns is unstoppable when he's on. A polished offensive talent with great size.
Here's Moran. There's the drive.
Woo, wait, big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
You're totally right. That could be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turns things around. Really showing us what you get when you put size and creativity together.
Morant with it. Russell covering. Morant, the pass to Brooks. Stolen by Russell. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's McDaniels. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
Bain, the pass to Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Okay, check out the handles of John Morant. Wow, what a crafty player.
The Timberwolves have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Russell, the pass to Gobert. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 5 assists in the game.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
On the wing, Bain. Outside for Brooks. There's the 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Moran against Russell. Pass to Towns. And it's going to be a 3-second call. The Grizzlies shooting it well, around 55% for the game. Here's Moran. And then Moran with the jam.
As creative as they come, John Moran has a style that's specifically his.
Russell against Bain. Back to Russell. Outside McDaniels. Outside for Russell. From downtown. That one doesn't drop. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Adams inside. He's against Gobert. And Gobert with a block.
What a block by Gobert. You expect that from a player who has led the league in blocks. Low percentage shot from long range. Terrible decision, especially when you still have a chance to win this.
Towns on a screen. Russell with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. McDaniels from long range. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
This is who Towns is. An unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Morant finds Jackson. Bain. And too long on the shot. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. There's the triple. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
It only takes a couple to fall for Desmond Bain to hit his groove. Then after that, he is rolling.
Bain against Edwards. Out to the right wing. Outside McDaniels. Shot clock at 5. Edwards can't hit. For Memphis, they've got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. No 3 from Bain. He can't get it to go. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Edwards against Bain. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. It's McDaniels on the wing. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Whether it's on the ball or off, Jaren Jackson has shown great awareness and timing as a shot blocker.
Right side Bain. Morant against Towns. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Boy, this is what a diverse skill set buys you. Jackson with so many options after corralling the miss.
Towns for 3, and he cans that one.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the...
All right, Allen, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the one. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Good handles from Reggie. The kids would tell you, Reggie's in his bag.
Russell against Jackson. Back to Russell. The pass to McDaniels. Russell left side. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. 4 on the clock. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here now, the Clippers. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with SuperLu for just a minute. One point he made to his players was, they're going to try to attack us where we live. Right at home, in the paint, at the rim. You have to be ready to contest shots, play physical, and match their intensity. Guys, we will all find out together how this plays out.
Thank you, David.
Well, the instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
And this is the way to stretch the floor. PG-13 with a good look from the corner, and he nails it.
Part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there, unfortunately. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Jackson passes to George. Over Edwards. George, no good. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a three-point game. And Brent, that Clippers turnaround, did you see that coming?
I mean, not in this way, Kevin. Certainly it's been a lot of outside factors that have gotten the Clippers to this point, but with the ownership and the enthusiasm behind what the owner brings to the table and wanting to make this team viable, they're in position to make some great noise if they find their health. So healthy for the league to have two teams in LA that can be this good.
Chalk up 2 there. George has got 5.
He might operate primarily on the perimeter, playing out of pick and roll and spotting up the threes, but PG could score on the inside.
Gobert, and then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats a Zubac.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. In the corner, it's Morris. Leonard dishes to Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. Fires for 3. Up again. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 3. minute 50 left to play in the first. And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, that's what we call playing with force. And Towns going up for the dunk, daring the defense to contest.
Morris outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years, but it's been that expansion, the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
Here's Jackson after the basket by Minnesota. George with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. And here's Leonard from three. That shot, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Russell kicks to McDaniels. And the rejection by Jackson. Pass to George. Lots of room. And the shot goes down. And that's now 7 points for Paul George.
Just surveying the defense, and Paul George had enough room to get that one off.
It's tipped. Paul George with the steal. Jackson passes to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Now, here is Russell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Out to Morris. Pass to George. From the arc. The three-pointer is right on target. George has got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, you got to get the ball to PG whenever he's roaming around outside that arc. Incredible.
And that does it. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Here are the five the Clippers had to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the one.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Pulls up from the corner. They grab their own miss. Great positioning on the putback. Zubac has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And finished off by Gobert.
The defense better make sure they're sticking to all 4 other players, or else D'Angelo's going to find the open man.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team. Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Now here's Edwards. There's the drive. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from McDaniels. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Jackson kicks to George. Outside for Jackson. From outside, off the mark. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Right wing. Leonard with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. And then jammed down as he goes right over Anthony Edwards.
And the claw at work. Just one reason why he's always a threat to lead the league in steals. Jump starts the fast break there.
Towns, no luck.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
George passes to Zubac. Outside for George. Back to Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 6 to shoot. Leonard, no luck. Timberwolves trail by 6. Edwards inside, defended by George. Out to Russell. Back to McDaniel. Jackson against Russell. Here's McDaniels. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 6.
2 minutes.
Outside for George. No good on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Edwards with the stop.
How about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's McDaniels. Out to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
And so good off the bounce. Edwards working on his shot off the catch, and it is paying off.
Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
First team foul.
And here is Los Angeles now. They lead by 4. Kicks it out to Leonard. Outside Jackson. Shot clock at 5. And Leonard gets it to go.
And good recognition from Reggie, open teammate.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Out to Russell. Towns up top. Edwards finds McDaniel. Shoots from the high post. Morris with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 6. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Outside Russell. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one.
The previous play is under
time just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball.
The Clippers, 30 seconds.
We've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Anderson is out there with Prince. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's McLaughlin in at the point. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
And still possesses that blinding quickness. Wall terrific at reading defenses and angles and just knifing himself inside.
They get it back. Passes to McLaughlin. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Anderson passes to McLaughlin. You know, it seems like we're seeing more teams, Brent, use zone defense these days. Not too long ago, zone was almost non-existent in the league.
Well, Kevin, you couldn't play zone. Even though there were zone principles in man-to-man defense, It used to be an illegal defense to set up in a 2-3 zone that you see teams doing nowadays. I'm very interested if the league does, in fact, do away with illegal defense and allow coaches to use whatever defensive scheme they need to do to slow up their opposition. It might do something in terms of producing more shots so we don't get stagnation with just threes all the time. We'll see if that happens.
Powell, the pass to Batum, and yes, it's good. And it's a 12-point Clipper lead.
And it felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Here's McLaughlin. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Scooped up. Anderson passes to Noel. Second chance shot. Unable to get that one. Clippers leading by 12. Back to Powell. Out to the wing. Covington against Anderson. And there's the pass to Mann. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have. Injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
Pass to Noel. Left side, Anderson. Minnesota needs to get off the shot here. Here's McLaughlin. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Outside, Covington. Powell dishes to Batum. Pass to Mann. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Outside, Covington. Powell, no one around him. Connects from three-point range. And the Clippers lead by 17.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And Wall kicks to Batum. Covington passes to Batum. Back to Covington. Passes it to Mann. Kicks it out to Covington. To the left side wing. Wall wide open. And a miss there on the triple.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Covington with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Wall passes to Mann. Feeds it to Covington. Outside for Batum. From deep. Nailed from three-point land. Batum's got 7.
And Batum can still knock down threes. He gives you that kind of gravity that the offense relies on.
Noel passes to Reed. Great D that time from Batum.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Anderson, whistle blows, bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And how about finally being able to put an end to that 16-0 run by Los Angeles?
Free throw, good, Anderson.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Noel passes to Anderson. Here's Reed. Off target with his 3. From deep three-point range. That one doesn't go.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there. And that's unfortunate.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Wall and Powell are the guard set. Batuma's out there with Robert Covington, and it's man in at the small forward. It's hauled in by Edwards. Timberwolves trail by 19, out left to the wing. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Drills the three-pointer.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Leonard sets a screen for Jackson. Outside, George. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And they get it back. Jackson finds Leonard. Back to Jackson. Outside for George. In the corner, it's Morris. 5 to shoot. Buries the long-range jumper.
Paul George doesn't just score. He can pass it as well. He's a great all-around player.
Outside, Edwards. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. The kick out to Towns. Leonard with the steal. It's Jackson with the drive. In the corner, George with it. Morris outside with the drive. The turnaround Jay. And that one hits back iron.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Here's Gobert. Plays it up off the glass.
And using his insane wingspan and athletic frame, Gobert can flat out dominate down low.
Jackson dishes to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. George passes to Leonard. Takes the three. Again, Leonard missing.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Back to McDaniels. And the rejection by Zubats. Here's Edwards. And he makes that one. Edwards got 5 points now this quarter.
Agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
From deep, George. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Russell finds McDaniel. Paul George with the steal. Outside Leonard. "17-foot shot on the way." And it's in there. And the Clippers lead by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
Yeah, I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Paul George.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Leonard, the pass to Jackson. On the wing, Morris shoots over Towns. It's stolen by Edwards. Towns dishes to McDaniels. Driving in. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
And you see Big Cat has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
A three from Morris. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Edwards passes to Gobert. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
At this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Morris right side.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Towns for three. And now we've got the intentional foul.
First team foul.
Russell fires away from way outside. No good. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry,